Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us for this edition of Helping Hands. In this segment, I have two friends, actually, longtime friends, Roy Brewer and Joe Lusardi, both Vietnam Veterans of America, Local Chapter 566. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So, you know, I have watched as you have gotten behind and worked with our Parks and Recreation Department and built memorial after memorial at our Veterans Memorial Park. And I have to say, it's a fine job. It is, it stuns your senses. I don't even know how else to say that when you go and you visit these memorials that are up there. And I know that you and your chapter has been behind doing a lot of this and have worked very, very hard. So I want to thank you, start by thanking you for that. But I understand we have another memorial coming. So can you tell me a little bit about what the next project is?
Yeah. Right now, we're in the process of fundraising to erect a monument in the park for the Iraqi and Afghan veterans. And it's a project that the chapter has taken on. Roy and Mike brought it to the chapter's attention and said that there was something that we should do, because Vietnam veterans support all veterans, not just Vietnam veterans. So it's an important issue for us. And right now we're on the home stretch. We're getting close. We're shooting for Veterans Day of this year. So that's why we're asking people to step forward and help us complete this mission.
So after the Veterans Day memorial service, they hopefully will have the unveiling of this new monument?
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
And this monument is to remember all of our men and women who have served in Iraq and Afghanistan. I think it's beyond time. And I commend the Vietnam vets for taking up the cause to make sure that we never ever forget another one of our troops ever again. It is so important. I'm of your generation and have a military background with family in the military and retired, so military, and growing up on many military bases. So, you know, that's also always been something that's been near and dear to my heart. And I honor you all the time, and I'm thrilled that I can call you friends. But I'm really excited about what this monument is going to look like. I understand that they have these monuments in other areas. This is not going to be unique to just to us.
No.
But going to join the wonderful ones that we already have. Can you tell me a little bit about the monument? Because all the monuments you have are done on marble and done very well, but I understand this will be a little different.
Yeah, I'll let Roy tell you about it. Him and Mike have really devoted a lot of time and energy into this project, so I'd like to.
We're hoping to contact Jose Yabila from Railstone and Granite, because he did the others in the park, and we're looking for 2 stones of a particular size that the memorial will sit upon and be big enough to be able to put the service plaques around it. The monument itself is 50 inches tall and weighs 100 pounds. Hopefully Jose will give us some ideas how to attach it to the boulder so it doesn't move. Mike and I were walking through the park many months ago, and we just kind of looked at each other and said, there's something missing here. And we wanted to remember our brothers and sisters who have fought Desert Storm, Iraq, and Afghanistan, and we thought that this would be a way to remember all those here on the Treasure Coast, especially, who have lost their loved ones in Afghanistan and Iraq, and that this monument will represent not their individuals per se, but it will represent all. And in its uniqueness, we want to make it different than the marble. We just want it to be very special for the families and for other Iraqi and Afghan veterans, that they can come and know that people and other veterans organizations care about them. And we care about enough to build a memorial, and like Joe said, hopefully come Veterans Day we'll be able to dedicate it.
I hope so. I hope so. So it's ordered. It's on its way.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that there's still some fundraising to be done.
Yes.
I understand that you have some containers up in some places like Susie Q's,
Bayshore Diner,
a few
Bowling
different.
Alley, a lot of different places.
Gator Trace.
Okay, so hopefully when people are watching and they're out and about, they realize that this is a good cause, a legitimate cause, which is always, always important, and that they can write a check, throw their change in, throw a couple of bucks in, whatever is, whatever they can do. And I really hope that that happens, because it looks like we are not far from the goal, but we're far enough that we still need that community support.
Yes.
And we need to remember that that community is always uses that park. We always use that park.
Oh, it's a beautiful place, and if the new residents or people have not been there yet, they have to go and see this park, because it really makes the city shine.
It is. It really is. It's important. It's a gem for the city. You know, I've been around here for a long, long time. I remember when there was nothing in that park. And again, I commend the veterans, the Vietnam veterans, the other veterans organizations that have helped put all of that together. And it's taken a long time, but it takes time to do things right and to make the impact that you needed to make. So I think you've done a great job.
Well, we appreciate any help that people can give us. They can send a donation to Vietnam Veterans America, P.O. Box 7385, Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Okay. And I understand that you are meeting across the street at the community center?
Yes.
What nights?
The third Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m.
And we're going to be posting your email address. If people are interested, they can email you there. They can just show up at a meeting.
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
We welcome everybody. It's not a thing where guys go in there and they start talking about the war and all that other stuff. We go there and it's just for the camaraderie and guys just being around fellow veterans, and we have a good time.
You do, but you're also productive.
Yes.
So it's not just hanging out together, although that's always a part of the result and a good part of the result.
Yep. You
actually have a business meeting. You actually, obviously from our own park, we see what you have done. And off to another subject, you are holding a town hall meeting?
Yes, this is something that's very near and dear to me. It's regarding Agent Orange for Vietnam veterans, and more importantly, what it means to their families. It not only affects the Vietnam veteran, it affects their family, their children, and their grandchildren. These are things that we still don't know the full effects of what happened and what can happen. So this meeting brings in a lot of answers to the table, a lot of things that the VA now is recognizing as causation of Agent Orange, and there's a lot of people don't know. And so this is an important thing that we want everybody to get as much information as they can. You will be bringing people from the outside to discuss these topics? Yes, we have people from the National VVA organization. We have the head of the Florida Veteran Service offices out of St. Petersburg. He's coming. Plus we're having local veteran service offices from Martin and St. Lucie County.
And they will all be able to take the time to speak to the audience.
And they'll be answering questions and listening to stories, and there'll be some overheads, you know, and there's a lot of information being put out.
And I understand that is, let me make sure I've got it right, that's September 20th, 6:30, and that's going to be at the Botanical Gardens.
Yes. Yep.
Great venue.
Yeah. They're very nice. They've been really wonderful to us. Stephanie is, she's really a big help. So, yeah.
Gives people a chance to come out and enjoy the gardens.
Yes.
It is another gem for the city. I've heard many times that, you know, why do we have a botanical gardens until you've been there?
Yeah, it's a beautiful
and
place.
taken the time. It is. It's a beautiful place. It's also a nice place to go and kind of
Smell the roses.
Stop and smell the roses, relax, clear your head, and sometimes just to go and have a good time, go to the plant sales. They do a great job, and that's all run by volunteers.
Yeah.
And we've been very, very fortunate with the volunteers that we have. Obviously, we wouldn't have you guys if we didn't have volunteers working on the park.
Yeah.
And so you're working with the park staff. Park staff working well with you?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every little project we come up with and try to do, they've always worked 100% plus with us.
Yeah.
So
Good.
I would just like to say to the viewing audience, if I may, is a tremendous thank you, and that's not enough because of the local support that we have had in the past. And so we're falling just a little short on this project, and so we're extending a hand out, and whatever you have, nickel, dimes, quarters, a dollar, anything would help us with the project to meet our goal. And so on behalf, if I may, on behalf of the chapter, and I know the other veterans groups, we're so appreciative of everybody here in the Port St. Lucie area for helping out.
Again, I want to thank you guys for being here. I think the memorial is going, I look forward to seeing it come Veterans Day, because I know you. You're saying that you're hoping to unveil it. I know you will do it. So hopefully the audience will be out there and helping out. I hope that you get a good turnout at the Town Hall meeting on Agent Orange, which is September 20th at 6:30 at the Botanical Gardens. You know, again, today I feel like I'm interviewing friends, and I thank you for that, but thank you for being here, getting your message out, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
And we'll be right back after this message.